On a recent visit to San Francisco, we were invited to come to the Aquarium of the Bay.
So come along with us on our backstage tour on this unique marine experience.
Aquarium of the Bay is located at Pier 39 and Fisherman's Wharf and is home to over 20,000 marine animals.
When we arrived, we met up with tour guide Amberly, who took us on a special behind-the-scenes tour of the aquarium. This is an area where few people get to see, so we were really excited.
The first place she took us was the jelly tanks, where they breed a few different species of jellyfish. Did you know a jellyfish can be in a polyp stage, like an embryo, for 10 to 20 years while it clones itself 5 more times before it actually becomes a mature jellyfish?
Next, our tour took us over to where they house the fertilized eggs for some sharks. This was way cool. A really fascinating fact we learned was how the sharks knew how to make their egg sacs look like kelp in order not to be eaten by other predatory sea creatures. If you look closely, you can see this baby shark move inside its sac.
We then got to see where they hold and quarantine any of the sick fish. This area is important because if one of the sea creatures gets sick, it could contaminate the rest of the tank.
Speaking of tanks, we then got to see something really cool. Amberly took us to walk along the top of the gigantic shark tank. This tank is huge. There's over 70,000 gallons of water that comes directly from the bay.
The last stop on our tour took us to the medical room. This is where they check the sea creatures for diseases and can even perform surgery on a special water table when needed.
After the tour ended, we got to explore the public areas of the aquarium, where we met up with the lead education specialist, Ashley, in the shark tunnel to learn a bit more.
So, how many different species of sharks do you have?
Let's see, the different sharks, we have about 6 different species of sharks all in the aquarium, and they're all found here in the San Francisco Bay. So we really pride ourselves on being a very San Francisco Bay oriented aquarium. We've got leopard sharks, they're the most common species of shark in the bay, and the 7-gill shark, which is actually a pretty famous shark because not a lot of people know about it, but they're found here in the bay, and it's one of the only places in the world that you would find a 7-gill shark. We've got giant sea bass, they can get up to 250 pounds. We've got white sturgeon, there's one swimming right above us right now. It's like a living fossil, they were around when the dinosaurs were around. We're definitely a small aquarium, but we really have a lot of people around that you can talk to and interact with, so we really have that personal touch where when you come to the aquarium and you have a question, we're there to answer it for you and to really help you get to know the San Francisco Bay. We've got different programs every day, but definitely when you come to the aquarium, you don't want to miss the underwater tunnels that we're standing in. You don't want to miss the touch pools, and we also have a Feed the Sharks tour where you can help us feed the sharks by tossing the food in the water.
But thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
The tunnel really makes you feel like you're underwater with the sharks. That was really cool. The touch pools, where we actually got to pet live stingrays and baby sharks, was pretty neat. They tell you to only use one finger when petting in order to respect the fish. But my dad said it was to make sure if the shark bit it off, you would still be able to use the other 9.
The live feeding show was where we ended the day. The education team entertained us with facts like how the starfish actually have to throw up their stomach in order to get their food.
If you're in the San Francisco area and you want an up-close, entertaining, and educational view of the local sea creatures, consider a quick trip to the Aquarium of the Bay. You'll be glad you did.